Hey everybody, how are you all today? My name is Brian. I just wanted to say thank you all. My last video I did in French, I got a lot of comments, a lot of likes, and I really appreciate that. So it dawned on me, someone commented if I was going to make more videos, and I was like, I didn't even write down an intro video. I didn't create an intro video. So I'm just making these videos for fun. But it did dawn on me that I need to introduce myself. It made me think I need to introduce myself. My name is Brian. The reason I make these videos is because I comment a lot on foreign videos here on YouTube, especially Russian videos, Spanish videos, French videos, Japanese videos, and sometimes I think people might wonder, does he actually speak those languages, or does he have to use a translator all the time? So I speak these languages, but extremely poorly, and I thought it would be fun to make videos of me speaking these other languages in hopes to just the main lesson I want to share is that, learning languages is hard but fun, and you don't have to be perfect at it. In fact, you almost have to not be perfect at them and get used to not being perfect at them and making mistakes. So I hope when you watch me talk in these different languages, you see how I make these errors, but just know that it's my attempt to try to show you all that it's okay to make mistakes in foreign languages, because I think one of the biggest barriers to learning a language, in addition to not being able to go and be in that environment per se. I live in Charlotte, North Carolina. I live in the United States. I studied Spanish in high school. Then I was going to study French the next 2 years, but then my high school in Tennessee, for some reason, Johnson City, Tennessee, offered Japanese as well. So I started learning French and Japanese at the same time in high school, but they're such completely different languages, it was easy for me to do. Although someone else mentioned how they were learning Arabic and how it's harder because there's no way to relate it to another language. Japanese for me was the same way. When I was studying Japanese, I felt like I was just memorizing random syllables, Ohayou gozaimasu, o genki desu ka? Like, it doesn't sound anything like bonjour, como ça va, hola, como estás, So I had to totally learn. Then that's what makes it fun for me. When I was in college, my college for some reason offered Russian, and I had just come back from Europe, living in Europe. I lived in France for a year, and so I had been to Romania and Poland. That was the closest I'd gotten to Russia, but I wanted to learn a Slavic language. Because I wanted to learn a Slavic language, I decided Russian would clearly be the most logical because more people speak Russian than any other language. So that's why I started studying it. So as time progressed, I haven't gotten to speak these other languages very much because I live in Charlotte. But because of YouTube, over the past year, I've watched much more videos in these foreign languages, and it's really helped me a lot. And so I'm hoping that maybe that helps you all too. I've really loved the comments that I've gotten and the support I've gotten. I'm going to continue to make the videos. I'm going to make the next video in Spanish. Then I will really embarrass myself by trying to speak Russian and then Japanese. But I lived in Japan. Well, I spent 2 summers in Japan, in Tokyo, and then Osaka, Nagoya, and I traveled all over the place, Hamamatsu, Toyohashi. I feel like I'm so lucky to have gotten to visit Japan twice. I was in South Korea, just Seoul, for a little tiny bit. I turned 18 in Tokyo. I turned 19 in Paris. And I just love learning different languages and cultures. I love France, of course. I absolutely love France, of course. I mean, I have to say that because I lived there for a year. I love Japan. It's so beautiful. I want to visit Russia one day. I want to go to St. Petersburg. I think it's called the Altai. Forgive me if I'm mispronouncing that. Altai region. So many places. I've been to Germany many, many times. I've been up into London. I've been up in Scandinavia. you know, Italy, Spain, Barcelona, you know, just so many places. I love chatting about different places. And so I hope that you all will leave me some comments. Let me know where you're from, what languages that you speak, what, you know, motivates you to learn these different languages. Why do you learn them? And then give me some ideas. I had not thought about making any videos on either how to learn English, or how someone asked how I've learned these languages, and I kind of talked about that a little bit. You know, I'm not one of these, I keep seeing YouTube keeps telling me to look at these videos about polyglots, and I don't speak these languages well enough to consider myself a polyglot. And when I was growing up, we just called it multilingual. I had never even heard the word polyglot until I saw it on YouTube about a year ago. So I don't view myself as speaking these languages fluently at all, but I really love it. So I hope to hear from you all soon. Just leave me a comment. I hope you all are doing well. And I'll be back next week with a video in Spanish. So stay tuned for that one. And again, I don't know, give me some suggestions, because I know I'm making all these different languages. I don't know if it's going to confuse people if they first watch the French one and think I'm going to be making more videos in French or in Spanish, whatever. So give me your all's feedback. I appreciate it, because I didn't expect to have this much engagement, and it excites me. And so I want to be able to make sure these are entertaining. Talk about, maybe if you all have questions about American culture, I can give you all some ideas. I love talking about that kind of stuff too. So, all right, y'all take care. I'll see y'all real soon.